Everyone
I don't
it has on some level.
How are you doing, Ray? It's been a
know.
while since
Why
we
am I
last
getting pinged that the Atlas Brew is starting? There's one person not here right now. His name rhymes with Bonti.
bounty. Oh, Jesus.
Wait, I just came up with a fire name for Santi. Bonti Hunter. Yeah,
Bounty,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey,
Santi's
Bounty.
there.
Did you miss me, guys? I just
Yeah, Mr. Zuck
minute.
was
Bro,
making jokes about
Santi, you're
you.
late. Yeah, we're making jokes about you being late, man. What's going on,
Yeah,
dude?
Bro,
bro.
it's only a minute and you already miss me,
It's a minute
I'll take
Come
it
37
on,
as a
bro.
seconds.
compliment.
Yeah,
I'll
two
take it as a
minutes.
Professionalism.
compliment.
Professionalism. Come on, bro.
Yeah, man, you
Oh
gotta
my
keep your
god.
dude. You gotta
Oh
keep
my
your
god.
professionalism up, dude. Like it's getting ridiculous, dude.
It's getting ridiculous.
Oh man, I'm fired. I'm getting a
Oh,
getting
More,
well. No,
oh yeah,
you don't need
more
to worry,
runway, more
because
runway. We're good.
we are all getting fired today after this brew anyway, so we'll be together at least.
it's very likely that we do. We just we just had a meeting and we may actually
We
go
made a
rogue on a couple
decision.
Ladies
things.
and
We made a
gentlemen,
decision.
we're going so damn rogue today. It's ridiculous. I'm
Yes.
not. You might be thinking to yourself, they're not actually going rogue. They got a proof for this. I don't know, dude.
No,
I
we
guess we'll
don't.
see.
I don't think we did, but the community has its needs, right? So
Yeah, you guys have been, you know, when Papa Penguin is at home and he hears the people crying, Papa Penguin can't be immune to to his children suffering.
we are
And
men of the people.
we are men
We
of
are
the
men of the
people.
people, and we have to do what we have to
I'm
do.
just making sure there's
And
no employees here.
yeah, let's kick all
Yeah,
startups
we have our
employees.
boy Brad, but
Brad is
Brad is
one
the
of
real
the
one. Brad isn't
boys.
gonna
Brad
say
is one of
anything.
the boys. Come on,
Yeah,
Brad.
Brad is part of the community team. We're good.
We are
Yeah.
good.
Honorary member of the community team.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Guys, if you see any Star Atlas employer that's not on the community team on this chat, make sure to report to us so we can kick them.
Yo, Jose, Beth said, "Who's Papa Penguin, bro?" That's a crazy nickname, dude.
Peppa Penguin.
Jesus. I see that Mr. Chixel is placing bounties on Funcracker. Bro,
Oh wow.
shit's getting intense. Shit's
Changing the
getting intense.
subject, huh? I respect it.
And no,
Yeah.
let's start. Let's start. It's time. It's time. It's the ultimate brew. So let's go. Let's start this.
Yeah. Just I think first we do some well first of all, we try to do
GM.
introductions. So GM everyone, this is the Atlas Brew number 78. And the main topic for today is Sage Labs, and we'll be diving a little bit more deeper into some statistics, let's say it that way, and some tips that we have for you guys to be ready and things you should have in mind to be ready for Sage Labs. So yeah, that's the main topic for today. But we have a couple things before we go into that. But before, I think they introduced themselves already. But Dominic Bain, how are you doing, sir?
Hey, yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Dominic Vane here, aka Dominic, aka Dom. We're gonna be talking about Sage Labs today. We're going Giga Rogue, Mega Rogue. I'm
Icy
actually not
Rogue.
kidding. I'm not even gonna say. I'm not even gonna say I'm excited today. I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
Yeah, I'm
So.
nervous as well. But it is what it is, and
Jesus.
we
Help us.
we have to do what the people need.
Listen,
Yeah.
man.
Jose, also,
Listen.
how are you doing,
We're men
Jose?
of the people, man. We're men of the
We're
people.
men of the people.
Bro.
We gotta do what
Bro.
we gotta do out here.
We never did a Giga Rogue, bro. This is a first time in Star Atlas history. And yeah, I'm also nervous. Um, as Brad is saying, we are putting our jobs in the line today
It is what
because
it is, man.
we, as a community team, we are also one of the Star Atlas team, and we are using our autonomy to show you guys something that's in our vision way past due. So yeah, this is it.
Yeah,
We are
but
committed to
let's
yeah,
do
yeah. Let's go. Yeah,
good updates
steady.
before,
Yeah, updates.
couple good updates overall, and then we dive deep into things. But a couple noteworthy news. We'll do this really quick, but it's like the brew. It's not a brew if we don't do this. We have the Bisu solos sneak peeks. Dominic Bain.
Oh yeah,
Those are
yeah, yeah.
looking
So
good.
let me let
UE5.
me let me link the let me link those because they actually really do look good. Let's start it off hot.
Yeah. Linking everything on the Atlas Brew chat as always. We use the chat that is in the Atlas Brew chat. It's literally named like that. So we don't use the one that it's in the voice chat. So if you want to follow the conversation from the
Good
I
that my
just
Discord crashed.
what?
The pictures were so good that my Discord crashed. I have no idea what we just said.
Oh, we are just telling people that they're going to be posted on the Atlas Brew chat.
Oh thank
Oh,
God, I
you
didn't miss
linked them.
much. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay. So that's UE5 progress updates on the Visual Solos. What we have in there.
And it's looking fantastic.
Look at I mean, honestly, it's actually looking really good.
It's actually
Actually,
looking
the
good.
Visa Solos
Yeah.
wasn't like the Visa Solos wasn't one of my favorite chips or anything like that, but I think seeing it come to fruition has definitely made it sneak up there. So it looks really good to me.
It
I like the
has good
color too.
style.
Also underrated about Star Atlas is the colors in Star Atlas. Everything is so like vibrant and bright. I like it. Anyways,
Yeah.
okay, I'm good. I've
Cool.
given my thoughts.
These are synonyms of quality.
Yeah, true. Another update that we have is that the claim stakes tier 1 were sold out, and yesterday it was like a frenzy that it happened. I think there were like 700 claim stakes tier 1 just sold out. So the FOMO was real yesterday. The FOMO was real. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, people see the economy starting, and this is actually being going to be one of the topics that we'll be covering today, the whole of R4 in the upcoming Sage Labs, and how players should position themselves, or the possibilities where they could position themselves to capitalize in the economic loops that will be present in the game. So yeah, super exciting news to see the economy getting real right now.
yes sir. Yes sir. And it's only going to become more and more real as we move on. So yeah, just good news, good news. And another one. This is not related to Star Atlas team per se, but we wanted to give Heimdall congratulations. They have the 2 years anniversary. I think it was yesterday. So congratulations, Heimdall, for the 2 years anniversary. We love you guys.
I mean,
Consistency is king.
their leadership is pretty meh, but I mean, congratulations.
I don't know about Benny, but I don't know about Benny, but
I love you, Benny.
Yeah, just kidding. Love you, Benny. Congrats.
yeah, we love you, Benny, and congratulations, Heimdall, for the two
Mm.
years. Cool. Then we also wanted to give Captain Atlas a happy second birthday as well. He posted, well, they posted on Twitter, so it's Captain Atlas um, second birthday. So we had 2 second anniversaries here,
Yeah,
and
no one's
you can
following the
see,
lore here. Yeah.
yeah,
He posts a picture of his kid Atlas every year. It's
yeah.
great. I'll see you
So
next year.
you can see the kid Atlas there with this Atlas shirt. Love to see it. We posted it on the Atlas Brew chat. So yeah. And I think that's pretty much it on the noteworthy news, my friends. So
I
I think
think
we
it's
can get
time.
yeah, we can get on a on some spicy topics right now. But yeah, guys, we know everyone has been looking forward to labs and wondering why there has been no news yet. But as always, we say we're working on it and we're making huge progress. And we're really, actually, really close to releasing. It's just a couple things that are about to be ready. So we connected with a couple engineers, especially Xcode, and brought some news on what things the team is currently working on. And I have them as bullet points. Again, we are not the experts here, but hopefully we can get some engineer to speak more into detail to the people who are technically savvy as well for the next brew. And here are a couple things that the team is currently focusing on. So one is updating AtlasNet from Solana 1.14 to 1.16. As you know, that was a Solana mainnet update. We are working on Atlas fee payers, so it's just testing and bug fixes. We are polishing and testing the new UI as well, the new UI, sorry. At the same time, we're orchestrating Sage Labs with Starcom, Hello Moon, Starpath, and the Galactic Marketplace. So basically all our products as well and data pipelines. And we're also making sure that the formulas are all correct across all classes of the different ships, so we can have a safe launch on that as well. As you know, the formulas need to be clean. So
And this is us
yeah,
being real with you
there's-
guys. You guys have been asking like when and why, and this is it. This is our effort of just being real with you guys, telling you guys exactly what's going on. So I hope you guys do appreciate that, and if you guys do, then we'll keep doing it.
Yeah. So again, we are not super technically savvy here, so we are just sharing what we get from our engineers as well. And this is what this Atlas team is working on. And as soon as we get all that ready, we'll be launching Sage Labs. So yeah, just complete the transparency here on that. But
Yeah. With
but
that said,
with that said, we made the decision to go the most rogue we have ever gone on an Atlas Brew to date. So we'll be streaming a little bit of what the test environment for labs uh, looks like. So
yeah, today, uh,
yeah,
the three of us will be four of us because Darwin is also going to stream it. We are going to walk you through the experience of what constitutes Sage Labs, while we also discuss some of the most important points on the theory of how you can be successful in the game. So, yeah, I recommend you get something to drink because we are going to take you on a space trip. Darwin, could you please share your screen, bro?
can someone restream it? Just in case.
Yes, that would be appreciated.
Yeah,
Let's wait until.
because the stream is full. Anyone that is on the stream can restream
Yeah, guys, if
Darwin's
someone in the
screen.
stream can help us, VB, one of the mods, or concerned Star Atlas citizens, I think everyone deserves to see this.
If not, we just move to the amphitheater. Absolutely, Rogue.
Thank you, Justin. I think we'll need one more, if possible, guys. Well, maybe I can try to restream as well. Let's see how this goes.
If you join one of the
Oh,
restreams,
awesome. Yeah, we
make
got
sure
enough,
to
guys.
mute make sure to mute the
Yes.
stream.
It's mute the stream, guys. This is super important.
Yeah, just right click and mute in case you hear everything twice. Just be careful with that. And the guys that stream also be mindful that we could probably see your DMs and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
just
please
on the
take
screen.
care. Turn into non-disturb mode on your Discord so there is no danger of anything happening. So, okay, guys, it's time we jump into Sage Labs. Darwin, please do the honors and connect us in the game.
If I'm not here tomorrow, you guys know why. Just letting you know.
Guys, one important thing. The moment that you do what Arthur just did on Sage Labs, you'll be called to join a faction. And this is where the strategy or the gameplay aspect of Sage Labs begin. And the reason I'm saying that is because Sage Labs is a true galaxy. Uh, the map you see before you right now, they have designations called Oni 1, Oni 2, Oni 3. This will be changed. As you guys know, I have been releasing lore every day. So right now, we are inside the Star Atlas universe.
And really quick, Jose, just to point out, in Darwin's stream, you don't currently see the points. It's because his stream is lagging right now, but you'll see the points, and there might be some things that are a little out of whack, or some things that are still being changed right now. Just know that we are going rogue here, so things are very much
this is a test
still
environment.
Yeah,
to change.
yeah,
We
guys, this
definitely
is
shouldn't be doing this. So
yeah, we
yeah.
shouldn't be doing this, but some people on Discord told me that, Jose, it's so hard to do something like this. This is what we need. And I was like, yeah, that's true. So let's give the people what they need. Here, this screen where you can see the pin on the Ari map, this is actually the full map of Gallia. I think you guys have seen this on other maps and on other publications that we had. And every one of those locations, they will have different celestial bodies. And those celestial bodies, they contain resources. And one piece of alpha that I'm also dropping here today, maybe I don't think we ever disclosed this information, is that those celestial bodies, they might contain more than one resource. And the cool thing about that is that, let's say, the resource that you can find in safe zone number 1, let's say you can find, let's say, only 4, you can find Cooper. You can also find Cooper in other systems, but the richness of this resource might be different. And here we start our strategic gameplay because we'll need to make a lot of choices, ladies and gentlemen, about what resources we'll be going after, the return that you get for mining on that planet, the fuel costs associated with those planets. But yeah, I'll not go super deep right now into this because there's a lot to
Yeah.
cover today.
We have the whole brew
And
to dive
yeah,
in.
we have
But
the whole brew, so I'll take it easy. And the
should we
first,
see the dashboard?
yeah,
The big
yeah,
dashboard?
let's go slow, right, Santi? Uh, Darin, I think your account is Oni, right? So maybe show us one of the Oni
Best
spaces, like,
faction.
yeah, best faction.
The best faction, of course.
Okay, guys. When you see current location Oni 1, this will be one of the 51 star systems of Gallia that you guys will going to play in. So as you guys know, I created the lore of all those planets. There will be a lore button somewhere that tells you the story of that system, the things that you can expect in the future about them, and each one of them, for now, for Sage Labs, they'll have their own resources and their own infrastructure. One thing that we forgot that's super important is that if you look at the top right of the screen, you see that Darin has the Atlas fee payer enabled. And that means that you don't need any soul to play Sage Labs if you have enough Atlas in your balance. This allows you to do transactions, to warp to different sectors, to pretty much do everything using the Star Atlas infrastructure, and will pay for you the soul required to do the transactions in your wallet. We think this is a very cool feature, we are improving it, and it's coming out together with Sage Labs. Well, you guys can see that there are lots of tabs here, and the most important thing when you start Sage Labs is to form your first fleet, right? So let's go to the deposit or withdraw ships, Darin. Here, you guys will have the options of getting your ships in the game. This is something very important, guys. There is two environments when Sage Lab starts. There is the out-of-game environment, which entails the marketplace, everything that we have built so far, and we have the in-world environment. Right now, all you need to do is get your assets from the out-of-game environment and put them on Sage Labs. The same thing will happen with resources and other things. Later, we have a tab where we can show you guys this happening live action. But this is the first step to play the game. You need to place the assets inside Sage Labs. Let's Darwin put one of them here so you guys can see. You sign the transaction and boom, deposited in Starbase. Now, this means your assets, you have 2 Armstrongs in only one, which in the lore of Star Atlas, the Segal system, the home of the Sogmian faction, Sogmian species. Alright, we have our ship inside the Star Atlas world. Now we go to the Starbase hangar. And we can see the fleets that are docked. You can see that Darwin already has a docked fleet in this system, or we can form a fleet, or disband a fleet, or add ships to the fleets. Basically, you can do everything with your ship. So, Darwin, please go to the. Let's form a fleet with those.
Guys, just really quick, if you're in one of the streams and you're listening to it through there, like make sure to right click and mute the stream because you're probably hearing everything twice. So just right click and mute and you will be able to not listen to everything twice. But yeah, let's continue before
Yeah,
Swiner gets in here.
yeah, exactly. We have little time. So as you guys can see, we are able to form fleets, and those fleets will be the ones that will be taken to the galaxy. As you guys can see now, he has another fleet that's docked in the hangar, and those fleets, they will be the ones that will be working on the crafting once you set them to do this, or that will go to the space to do whatever you want them to do once you undock them. Darwin, let's go back to the previous menu for a little bit. I want to show the Starbase metadata so you guys can have a, or we want to go to, yeah, you can click on the crafting workshop as well. Yeah, you need to set up the crew members to start working on the workshop. But I don't think we should show that. Otherwise, we will diminish even more our chances of surviving this.
Yeah, no.
This, yeah,
Steady.
yeah. Let's go to my inventory, Darwin. Can you click there, please? Here, you guys will see the resources that you have. This is also where you guys can import resources from your wallet and also take them out from the Starbase inside Star Atlas. So, I want to do an exercise of imagination right now. What you guys are seeing now is the bridge that will link us from Galia to the real world in the future. If you guys remember what we have been saying for a long time now, all those resources will be geolocated once we have the full-fledged economy of Star Atlas going. Which means that everything that you need to do in Star Atlas will be bound by the amount of resources that can be found inside the star bases, the planets, and etc. This is actually something very important for the future of Star Atlas, and this is the very foundation of this happening. If Darwin scrolls down a little bit more, you guys will see that the many different resources and elements of Star Atlas, they are all listed here. So, yeah, this is super exciting. This marketplace is coming through, guys. Like everything that you guys can see here, they will be inside the game, and you guys will be able to trade them and use them for different recipes. And yeah, this is so freaking
Okay.
cool. Okay,
I'm gonna be
But-
the party pooper here.
yeah,
I
close
don't think
this.
we
Bro.
should share anything else. Yeah.
Really, bro.
Yeah.
Not no, the mining, bro. Just the mining. Just show the mining.
Okay,
Darwin.
just the mining. Okay.
No, show the mining, bro. They deserve to see
Last
the
thing.
mining, bro. Last thing.
Last thing,
Yeah,
bro.
Darwin.
I'm losing the steadiness, bro.
Losing the steadiness.
Guys,
Look at that.
Yeah, he sounds
Yeah.
nervous.
guys,
Yeah.
scroll down. a
Hey,
little
at
bit.
least you guys know we're being genuine. You guys know we're being genuine.
Yeah. As you guys can see, this shows the fuel available, the consumption rate, the warp time to the system once Darwin decides to do something like this. You have the coordinates of this system where Darwin is looking at, so you can warp directly to the system. There will be the fuel. Can you show the sector scan as well, Darwin? Or too much?
Steady,
Show it,
Jose.
bro. Show it, bro. and then you can also take different actions like going mining. You can do the scanning. Just do a scanning. Let's see if we are lucky. There will be a message saying that the scam was successful or not. Yeah, I don't think you were, Darwin. Bad luck, bro. Yeah, as you guys can see, there is the self-destruction moment button there. If you get stranded on the middle of the galaxy, you can destroy yourself and come back to the star base. There are the resources of Darwin's fleet. So yeah, guys, the reason that we and you can see that's moving. The numbers are moving because he's currently on a mining operation. So yeah, guys, the game is very true. Things are coming together. I know everyone is so freaking anxious to play this. We are as well. We want to let you guys play with us. But we need to polish this, guys, because this Sage Labs, it must be an absolute success. There is nothing that could be, going wrong in terms of testing or polishing and anything that we can do. But it's very close, guys. It's very close. The reason that we decide to go rogue here is to show you guys this. This is, of course, live playing. Darwin is doing things as I ask him. So yeah, I hope this. I know it's not what you guys wanted. I know you guys want to play, but I hope this put your mind at ease and let us go to what we actually like doing, which is talking about Star Atlas and thinking about how cool our game going to be.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah, let's close the transmission and go back to
yeah.
talking a little bit about. Jesus, my God, it's
All right, we
you know,
keep this here. We keep this as an inside
please.
Yeah.
inside
This.
If
scoop.
you were here today, you had the privilege of seeing this, but please don't
Absolutely.
go.
We did this because we understand and we know that the community needed it. Uh, and we listen to you guys and everything. And just so you guys know, everything is taking shape. We are really close. And again, we cover really quick a couple of the polishing steps that we're taking, and then we will be launching as
Yeah,
soon as it's ready. But
yeah,
as you see, guys, like there is a test environment, there is a there, everything is making progress. So
yeah. I know. You guys have been here with us for years now. But even the most hardcore people, it's good to see, right? It's good to see progress. It's good to keep the flame going. So we understood that you guys needed this. So we took our chances and showed you guys. So I think
yeah,
it's going to be for the better. And now I feel that we can talk with more ease about theory crafting, which
Well,
is
it's
what's
nice
the
knowing
brew
you
is
guys.
about.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was nice
So
to
yeah,
work here.
yeah, it's been nice.
It's been nice. It was a good experience.
No,
I love this.
nobody even think of telling Michael we did this, boys.
Yeah,
Let
please.
yeah.
For real. You guys think this is a play? This is not a play, guys. This is not a play. So please
You guys
keep
Yeah.
remember if you guys ever watched Avengers where Iron Man goes into the portal with the bomb so everyone else can live? That's us. We're going into the portal with the bomb so everyone has the information. But we're gone. See ya. Sayonara.
yeah.
Yeah. But we also we didn't take only this, but we also prepared a couple pro tips and just like handy tips that you guys should have and take into account when getting into labs, just so you can be better prepared for getting into the game. So
Exactly. And let's
uh,
start talking
we
about
can
that.
really quick. This is all that we feel we will be mentioning today on the different things that you guys should take into account. So there are a lot of different variables. I will just mention them really quick and then just say we can dive into them. But we have like resource richness, resource hardness, variety of resources that can be found in asteroids and bodies, recipes and elements, relationships between cargo and traveling, how cargo affects your time traveling and your costs and everything, actions and associated costs overall, crafting and harvesting, and player versus market and the opportunity costs that there are in there. So I don't know where we should start, Jose. There's a lot, and there's probably content
Yeah,
like more than just one brew.
we have content
But
for enough for like 3 brews if we go to deep dive into everything that we are going to talk about here. But the first thing I think a good point to start talking is where Shipto left us. If you guys remember, Shipto shared a very interesting spreadsheet that showed us the different. Someone put on the voice chat, not going rogue.
Yeah, that was me.
Awesome. This will for sure work work really well.
Just tears everyone.
Yeah, but yeah,
uh,
guys.
just a small reminder before we dive into this. Uh, we are chatting in the Atlas Brew chat, guys, not in the voice chat. So if you want to follow the conversation by chatting and typing, we use the Atlas Brew chat. Now, Jose, I will let you continue, my friend.
Yeah, I am sharing here again something that Chipto said that Eognot got from Foundation Room, which is the spreadsheet with the ship stats for Sage Labs and the rules of fleet formation. This is the first step. This is the known knowledge of Sage Labs that you guys have access right now. But I would say that although this knowledge is super important, it makes up only, let's say, 20% of the variables that you need to have in mind when you are going to talk about success in Sage Labs. Galia is a huge galaxy, and the experience of Sage Labs is actually how to maximize your fleets, your time, and the resources that you want to acquire. There are many ways to engage in Sage Labs. You can play as someone that's looking out to make, let's say, make money under quotes. You are looking forward to have the best relationship costs versus time on acquiring resources and amassing things. You can be someone that's playing for the future of Star Atlas, so you are going after components, you're going after getting elements of infrastructure that will help you in the future of the gameplay. Or you can be a soldier of fortune. You can be someone that will strike big with golden tickets that will create, that will give other players resources, that will go after rare recipes that take long times, and all of this to acquire, to reach your objectives, you need to have in mind that the galaxy is big and there are very intelligent people playing the game in the same time as you, trying to also make the best decisions and doing the optimal paths in the gameplay system. So you guys are aware of how the ships perform individually. You guys are aware of the rules of forming fleets. And I don't know if you guys saw this, but this is a must have for people who are thinking about making different fleets, especially if you are thinking about mixing ships, because some of the stats of your whole fleet will be dragged down if you are making a multi variety of ships in a single fleet. And you must also understand the map of Gallia. In the map that we showed you on that stream, you guys saw that there are 51 sectors. Some of those sectors, they'll have a celestial bodies that can have up to 2 different resources. And the resources in the Oni space have a different distance between space stations than the ones in the Usur space and the Mud space. So I foresee from my experience and here This is also very important, guys. We are not making financial advice here. I am pretty much relying what my experience with Sage Labs has been so far. So don't come after me if the things that
Just
I'm
pro
saying
tips,
here.
not financial advice.
Yeah, this is like I'm trying to open your minds to possibilities, to differences, and to paths that you can take in Sage Labs. All right. So the first thing that I would like to tell you guys is that resource hardness are fixed on resources. So for example, Cooper will always have one value of hardness in whatever star systems that Cooper can be found. But richness, in other hand, it varies. So maybe the astral body that's closer to the faction's homeworld, let's say you can find Cooper on only one, but maybe you can also find Cooper in the medium risk zone 25. And there, maybe the richness of Cooper is better. So we need to make a judgment of the fuel costs associated with copper, right? Sorry, guys, my pronunciation is awful. Some of the elements.
We understand. We understand.
Yeah, I'm nervous, guys, and when I get nervous, I start saying shit. I start regressing to Portuguese, so please bear with me. So yeah, you need to explore the world, understand the different planets of the galaxy, and you need to come up with a strategy. And what I mean by a strategy is that Sage Labs uh, is it requires you to some extent, and this is my personal opinion, to make choices about what you are going to do. My experience so far is that I think things work best if you have a factory. Like, for example, you have a group of ships that are dedicated to harvesting resources. You have a group of crew members that are dedicated to crafting, and you keep the ball spinning. You keep the things going. You understand that your resources they have different times. You create a proper supply chain. Yeah, that's exactly. The thing here is that recipes and resources they are harvested in different times. So for example, some recipes are complex. They require minutes to make an unity. Other recipes they will take like 1 second. Uh, and maybe those rarer recipes they will require you to get raw minerals from everywhere in the galaxy, or even they will require you to craft something before you can craft this next level. So the creation of supply chains is something that's very important. And to create that, you need to understand the different resources and you need to understand the costs associated with gathering those resources. And this is also something that's very easy to mess up in Sage Labs because if you go with your fleet 100% filled with fuel, when you go harvesting, you won't have enough space to cargo. So this has taken a toll on some of our team members. I won't be sharing names here, but yeah, some of them brought too much fuel, some of them brought not enough fuel, and they got stranded midway traveling across the galaxy. And
You
when
don't
that
want to be in
happens,
that situation.
you don't want to be in that situation because you'll be seeing your hard earned resources going to Iris as an offering. So it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad. And you need to remember that there are some special, let's say, undercoats hidden costs on every operation. Like there is a cost associated with entering an asteroid field in terms of fuel, and to get out of it, you also need to burn fuel again. So it's a game that requires you to make some analysis to some extent. But this way of playing Sage Labs that I'm talking about, isn't the only way of playing the game. I would go as far as saying that there are some different great categories of play style, you know? Like, for example, we have some that are more efficient for small fleets, and some that are more efficient to different sizes of fleets. I I'm not convinced that one is better than another yet, because as team members in Star Atlas, we are not buying and selling resources between ourselves to keep the economy of our test environment going. I would need to see more data to make a more, let us say, fundamented, grounded judgment on that. But I foresee that the many different play styles, they all coming together as small parts of a cog in a very big and efficient machine.
Yeah. Just
Some
I think
yes,
I think everything here. I'm just thinking of how it interacts with one of the points, which is the recipes and the elements, and how important it is to know well what you will be crafting, right?
exactly,
We
bro.
talked about it a little bit before the brew, but I feel
Yeah,
like we should give the people that those pro tips on that.
yeah. You're absolutely right. The knowledge of what you want to do is something very important for the game, because this way you can focus and create specially specialized supply lines, right? Some players will go to the path of crafting or creation that requires, for example, SDUs. So you need to have fleets dedicated to SDUs, fleets dedicated to acquiring resources, and fleets dedicated to assembling those things that you are acquiring. I think that's the cool part of Sage Labs. And I'll give here an example, just to show you guys how quickly things can change, and players need to have this intelligence to adapt. I'll not be giving specifics because you guys will be playing this game soon, so I don't need to do this. But there was a situation where I was making some modeling, and I saw that a resource was efficient to be acquired until a certain price of the raw materials that would be sold in the marketplace. If that resource price increased, the fuel costs associated with getting there would make it less advantageous than other crafting paths inside the game. And it's super interesting to see that because there will be tons of information going on. Like we have big guilds, so I totally see the guilds starting to, create their own waves of product acquisition and marketing and selling to make sure that their gameplay style keeps being profitable or more efficient for longer times. So, Sage Labs, in essence, is you playing against uh, the market, if you could say it like that, right? And one thing that I also discovered while I was doing all of this math and thinking about all of those variables is that I actually enjoy doing things randomly as well, like going to different sectors, just grabbing raw resources, let's see what I can make out of this. And then I start doing crazy recipes and exploring the different possibilities. And I discovered that the game is huge, guys. Like, there are so many combinations, so many variables, that at the end of the day, you can do analysis up to a certain point. But then at the other factors I think might be more interesting or more important when you are deciding what you want to do. And this also have a good relationship with what you aim to do in the future of Star Atlas. Because one thing is very important, guys. You guys need to remember that Sage Labs is a step towards Sage Rec, which is a step for the Sage V0 release. And the things that we acquire now, they will be used they will be used in the future releases of Star Atlas. So yeah, I don't have
So
all the
Jose,
answers. I don't. Yeah, go on.
I
Sage
have a
Rec.
couple. I have a couple answers for the people.
Yes, share me,
Like
bro.
with going back to recipes elements. I know I might be
Yeah,
going back a little bit, but like for me, that's one of the key things for you guys to be able to maximize efficiency, right?
sure.
So recipe elements, and you will know what the different materials that you need for each of
Yeah,
the recipes. In
yeah,
fact, we had a challenge for that, so that is already out there. So
yeah.
you will have to understand like what's the best way for you to get the materials uh, for a certain recipe, right?
You are
So
absolutely right.
you could get that from the market. You could maybe go and harvest resources yourself and start building them. But just having that in mind is going to be really important. Uh, Also, to again, like just to be more efficient, but also to have way too many different things into account. Like, for example, your faction. Like, you should be aware of your faction because how close you are to certain, as you know, there are different locations for each faction, and depending on that, you will know how close you are to certain resources. So you will
Absolutely.
know, depending on what faction you're in, what is easier for you to craft, right?
Yeah,
So
you touched something very important here, Santi, is that each one of the factions, they are more efficient on building a part of the grand design of the major recipes, if you think about this way, you know. And there are so many implications to that I can't possibly wrap my head around all of them. But like this create gameplay loops where players will just acquire raw resources and make the tier 1 recipes for tier 2 and 3 players to create their own recipes, you know. And of course, you can be the builder of the last tier of recipes. You can be the one providing just raw materials. And bro, it opens up many different styles of gameplay, many ways of understanding. And yeah, I see the map going on right now. And yeah,
yeah,
it's
all
super
those
cool, man.
variables, like you guys will need to take them into account because
Yeah,
it's important, right? And it will affect how much you can actually maximize
yeah,
your
and
production
something
of
that
some
someone
things.
just pointed out right now that I forgot to mention is that different resources have different weights in the cargo hold, you know? So, for example, iron is heavier than hydrogen, for example. And when you are creating your supply chain, this creates some problems because, well, you need different quantities of them and you need to create the supply chain. And if you don't get enough of certain resources in a certain frame of time, you need to buy them from secondary market so your operation doesn't stop. So yeah, guys, there are lots of things to consider. And bro, I almost tempted to start talking about the future now
No, no, no,
because
no. Steady, Jose.
bro,
We have way too many things to cover about the short term.
yeah, but bro, it's so exciting, bro. It's so
It
freaking
is. It
exciting
is.
because now, I mean, I don't see this the amount of depth in terms of gameplay and decision making that no other blockchain game has ever done this, you know? So, yeah, it's awesome. It's freaking awesome and
Yeah, I mean the complexity. I saw a question like in the chat. Someone was, I think it was Carl Rose, speaking about the complexity, and someone asking Well, is that good or bad? I think, in my eyes, it's great, the complexity that Sage Labs brings to the table, just because of what you're mentioning, Jose. Like, just there's a lot of coordination that is going to be needed. There's a lot of optimization. There are a lot of things that
Yeah.
people should
Uh,
take into account. And
exactly. I mean,
yeah,
chess is a complex game, right? You can learn the rules of chess pretty easily. You know how everything moves. But if you want to be a master, there's a learning curve for that, right? It takes a tool, it takes training, it takes time, it takes gaming time. You need to play, you need to be crashed by others so you understand where you are lacking. And Sage Labs, it gives you this, it gives you the path. It's pretty easy to get started. You set up your fleet, you undock, and you go to the stars. And then you travel, you acquire resources, and when you have done like a few trips, you realize, bro, why I don't do a different path, or why I don't focus on a different recipe, why I don't create more fleets so I can accommodate different types of ships so they can perform better in different environmental conditions. You learn this by playing the game, or
yeah,
by talking, by learning, by seeing other players playing the game. So it's pretty easy to play Sage Labs. You deposit the ships, you deposit the resources, you go to the stars, you scan, you mine, you come back home. But to master the game, to understand the supply chains, to to dominate Gallia's market, to win against the market, against the other people. Uh, yeah, this will be the exciting part. This will be the where you become a master of the game. You know?
absolutely. And again, like the pro tip is don't go in there like crazy and say, I want to do it all. I'm gonna send my ships
No,
to
don't do
mine
that, bro.
to the from the Oni sector to the Ustur one, and yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
yeah,
don't do that,
that's
bro. Stick
that's
to
not
your
a good idea.
sector, bro. Stick to your sector.
Stick to a sector, stick to one thing that you're doing at first, and focus on like optimizing that to the fullest, and then just move to the next thing once you have it optimized. Well, that's probably like the conservative approach, or
Yeah, I would
it's not.
start by doing that and learn my way up. And
Yeah,
guys, this is the beginning, because in the future there will be war. All of this will have another layer of complexity that's called in combat. And this, my friend, oh bro, I think the day we have combat, things will go super crazy. I mean, Jesus Christ. It's going to be super freaking. It's going to be addictive.
how
Yeah.
many? I'm curious how many spreadsheets are being created. uh,
Exactly.
I just see a
And
discussion there between Virtual and Defiant. My spreadsheet is better than yours. That's hilarious.
bro, this will turn into ships flying and destroying people in space. So, bro, I can't wait. We are just. It starts with the spreadsheet wars, but soon it's going to be ship wars. And finally, people who have been fighting each others on Discord will finally take this to the game. And this is the future that we want to see.
Yeah, exactly, man. And you guys are lucky that there is no combat yet, and especially no skill-based combat, because you will be destroyed by us guys. Sorry. So
That's true.
uh,
By
just
me.
take advantage of it while you can, right? Right, Dom?
Santi, you're not safe from me, bro.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh my
All you
God.
guys. 1v7 171 everyone right now.
Jesus.
Oh man.
Jesus. Yeah, guys. So, yeah, Sage Labs is all about opportunity costs. It's about strategy with your guild members, because you could there's there's lots of room for players having guilds coordination so the supply chain runs more smoothly. Uh, and well, we can't reveal everything, right? Because otherwise, where's the fun in that? But I think that you guys should consider with lots of cares the different things that we said today about the possibilities of studying the richness and hardness of resources, understanding the elements of for crafting recipes, different factions and the distance between the celestial bodies in their faction space. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, there are lots of things to talk.
Understanding to a great level of detail what's your fleet cargo space, what's your fuel space, and everything as
Exactly,
well.
maximizing that for your benefits in game.
Yeah. How much can you travel to a place and come back with the same fuel so you are not stuck in the middle of space? Like those things are important to consider. Uh,
Yeah, they are important to consider.
so
And
yeah.
I hope you guys like it. Us going rogue here. It
Yeah.
was my heart is still pounding, but yeah, I think it
We,
was good.
we
It was
probably
worth
shouldn't have
it.
done that. We
It
probably
was worth
shouldn't
it.
have done that. But yeah.
But if the hearts of the community are more at ease now, I feel this was a good thing.
Yeah. You guys didn't see anything, right? What
Yeah,
happened?
Well,
mustache
yeah.
has it right. Yeah,
Yeah. See what? Exactly.
What are you guys
Nobody
talking about?
saw anything.
VB, I didn't need to self-destruct, but I know a few team members who did. I'll be not calling names.
Are you saying that Shiner had to self-destruct because he got stuck in space, bro?
Oh,
Maybe.
why are we saying Dom here, man? What is this?
Bro, first name people share, dumb.
Hey yo!
Oh man.
Jesus.
It is absolutely not true.
False, fake news, fake news. But yeah, guys, just before we close, covering really quick, we shared what the team is working on currently. Again, we don't have a date yet for labs, but we shared a couple of the updates as well, and we went a little bit rogue and
A
shared
little bit.
absolutely rogue and shared some of the testing environment. But what the team is working on right now is again updating AtlasNet from Solana 1.14 to 1.16, Atlas V Payer, bug fixes, and just overall testing, polishing and testing the new UI, and orchestrating labs with Starcom, Hello Moon, Starpath, and Galactic Marketplace, and also at the same time making sure that the formulas are all correct across all classes of ships. So once we get all that ready, we will be able to launch the labs. And but as you guys know, and I hope that we were able to share that there's a lot of progress being made, and in real time, and we know, and we also can't wait to play all together this. And I really think it's gonna be a before and after, guys. So it's gonna be massive, and we really appreciate all the support that you guys have always been giving us. So yeah,
I have a
Yeah,
quick
guys.
question.
Sure.
yeah.
So Swag said in last week's brew that we could expect a Star Path update this week. What's the deal with that? Have we know anything yet?
We could have a Star Path update this week. We're just timing it, looking at timing on a couple things. But yeah, we should have an update this week. If not, it's gonna be next week. But yeah,
Yeah, you guys know we are setting the stage to make Sage Labs the most powerful launch in our company history so far. We are making sure everything works. We are making sure the product is top quality. Uh, and StarPath is one of the most important aspects to make sure this reach bigger audiences. So yeah, we are tying everything together, the systems of StarPath to Sage Labs, and a couple more other things that we are working on. So it's coming, guys. It's coming. We shared with you today because it's close. I mean, yeah, we don't want to give you target dates for now, but it's coming, and it's looking really cool. I'm having fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, guys, hope you like the brew, and we will be seeing you again next Wednesday at the same time as always. And
Maybe.
yeah, maybe
And
if
maybe.
we're still here. But yeah, anything else, Dom, before we close?
I just want to thank everyone for joining us today. Hope they enjoyed. Like I said, we wanted to be a lot more real with you guys today and give you some inside looks as to why it's being delayed, why why it's taking so long, why you're still looking forward to it, and also just giving you insight into what it looks like. So I hope you guys enjoyed, like I said, and I hope to see you guys here next week. Thank you, everybody.
Yep. See you next week, guys. Thank you so much. Hope that also write down those tips, guys, because they will be useful for labs. But yeah.
Absolutely.
See you next Wednesday, guys. Ciao, ciao.
Bye, everyone.